for MPs,
Oh yeah, let me tell you something.
Ministers.
There is nobody who can frustrate your life like a
Caretakers.
Caretakers. We need to sit and talk.
Caretakers.
What is wrong with the caretakers, especially caretakers from Nairobi?
No, all over.
My friend, a caretaker in Nairobi will come and demand rent from you.
How possible we hear of this?
Now, public toilets are toilets meant for the public. You going to a toilet to personalize it as if you own it, it's wrong. There is a long line, people waiting for you outside, and then you find somebody walks into a toilet. Maybe this person takes more than 10 minutes.
Take the whole day inside.
Like seriously, what are you doing in the toilet?
You wonder.
Yeah, are you watching pornography in that toilet?
You have gone. What's up, good people?
Thank you so much for stopping by to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, this is Devance Empire. Make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell to always receive an alert of every video we do upload in our YouTube channel.
In today's video, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic about wrong things that people do correctly.
The title is so ironical, and I hope you're going to enjoy this video. So without wasting any single minute, let's get into the video. Take this instance. People are going back to attend a function in our up country, Ushago. There is a funeral, or a meeting, or a get together. People are coming from different parts of the country. Then you hear the MC stand up and start speaking in that sound system that, hey, you people in that tent, get up, tokeni hapo. Those tents, those chairs, those foods in that tent are specifically left for our visitors from Nairobi. Now, my question is, what is so special about these people from township? Why is it that people from Nairobi are overrated? They're given a very high priority over other people. How special are they? Well, it is right, but it is wrong. What can you say about it?
Okay, maybe I can say this. You know, I'm also from Nairobi. So we deserve respect. The fact that we have used a lot of money traveling, you know, we have denied ourselves, we have sacrificed our jobs for we to come to that function or for that funeral. So we deserve to be recognized, at least people to know that we have denied ourselves time and we have reached that place. So we need special treatment. We need a treatment that is not normal to everybody.
Dude, let me tell you this. That is wrong. It is wrong.
How?
Who says that working in Nairobi or in town means you are much more better than the people in the village?
But in the village, they are ordinary.
Try to take this example. People in the village are the people who arranged the tents back at home. That the people who cleared the compound, they organized the function, so that you people who are coming from Nairobi who have actually done only traveling, the traveling alone, can feel comfortable. Why don't you take it in this example that you guys have only done the coming?
The coming.
You kukuja.
And we are
Respect
tired.
the people back at home. Give them that priority.
To sit in the tents.
Anyway, the habit is wrong.
So you want us to stand while attending the funeral or that whatever wedding?
No, you are not a visitor back at your own home. You're not a visitor. In as much as you went to work in town or in Nairobi, you're not a visitor. Back at home, you are just somebody else like any other person. People. Exactly.
But we are unique. We need the special treatment and we need to be given to feel that we are recognized at that place.
At the end of the day, it's a wrong thing
that is being done at
being done correctly, though it is not right. Good.
Yes.
Point number 2, my brother, take us through.
Okay, there is also this habit. You know, one will wonder. You find that stammerers, just normal people like us. You know, for them to talk, they use a lot of time to communicate even a simple sentence. So, for instance, when they are using phones, I believe Safaricom or this the companies,
other mobile companies,
the companies that are telecommunication companies that are actually in charge of communicating.
Yes.
So at least they should give these people the stammerers at least a type of a credit
Tip.
A certain tip, or a certain what can I say about it?
Yeah, maybe to add on whatever he's saying, he's trying to say stammerers should be given a special opportunity, at least to cater for their disability. You know, because let's say take an example. Alan is a stammerer. I am not a stammerer.
Yeah.
We both have phones, and in our phones we have credit or airtime of 20 shillings.
20 shillings.
20 Kenya shillings. Now, to me, the 20 shillings, I'll make a phone call and speak effectively and deliver my message
conveniently.
Conveniently, exactly.
Yeah.
But
but for me, actually, I have to use a lot of time, maybe even just to say,
credit is over.
Yeah, it's over. So at least they should be given a specific token to cater for such.
Actually, such companies should come up with a technique or some kind of technology that favors the stammerers too, so that by the moment they finish saying hello, they still have more airtime to continue relaying or delivering their message. Good.
It's a very serious case, and I believe if those companies are watching this clip, at least can you consider our fellow people? They are people like us. Disability is not
inability.
Okay, the next point my brother can take us through.
Good.
Yeah.
Another instance of something people do wrongly in a correct way is this. You walk into a stage to board a car or a matatu. Let me talk about a matatu mostly. Matatu is a means of transport that is used in Kenya as a PSV. This personal public vehicles.
Service vehicle.
Yeah, public service vehicles.
Yeah.
Yes, the PSVs. And then this vehicle is clearly stated that it should only carry 20 passengers. A child walks into this car, pays for a seat, and then sits. Before even the car leaves, an older person walks into the car, comes and stands next to this child, expecting that the child will get up for him because this bus is full. So he's expecting the child to get up. Well, we were taught that children respect the older people. When an adult is standing before you, leave the seat for them. Yeah, let them sit as you stand. That is what you were taught. But now this is a bus that is full. The adult got in after you've paid for the seat and you are already seated. Now they are coming to sit. There is an excess passenger standing right before you, expecting you to stand. Now, what do you think about that?
I think our society right now, at least you are messing up, because you know, when you know that the passenger, you are supposed to carry 20 passengers and you want to put an extra 21 there, so it means you are going against the rules, and actually you have to shout and complain about it, because when that child has paid for that seat, I believe he deserves to sit there. Even if you enter that, you are the wrong person. If you are old and you are standing there, then you are doing something wrong, because you know the car or the vehicle is full.
So who is to blame? Has the child lost manners and morals, or is the adult who walked in after the car is full? Who is wrong?
The adult. I believe the adult.
So
because at least the type of intelligence the adult has, he should just know and see, then he choose to take another vehicle.
So if you are a victim, take notes before you start accusing people wrongly. Next point, my brother, give us.
Okay, there is also this habit that maybe it's all over. The habit of using the public toilets. You know, sometimes you are pressed and you are supposed to use the public toilets. And you know, you'll find that some fellas, when they are using this public toilet, they own it. Somebody enters that toilet, and you know there is a line that other people also want to come in, and somebody is there for almost 1 hour. So I don't know how you are seeing it. How do you view it?
Now, public toilets are toilets meant for the public. You going to a toilet to personalize it as if you own it. It's wrong. There is a long line, people waiting for you outside, and then you find somebody walks into a toilet. Maybe this person takes more than 10 minutes.
Take the whole day inside.
Like seriously, what are you doing in the toilet?
You wonder.
Yeah, are you watching pornography in that toilet?
You have gone far.
No, but what are they doing in the toilet? If you are supposed to go in the toilet, do that thing that took you that quickly, and walk out, because the toilet is meant for 2 reasons: either a short call or a long call.
But sometimes these short calls you enjoy until you forgot that you're supposed to get out. You just really enjoy.
Put in consideration that outside there is somebody else who's more pressed than you are. So if you want to watch the pornography, if you want to make those secret phone calls, if you want to do those things that you always do in private,
so you want to
go do them at your home.
Go do them at your home. Some people have the money, and they actually, you don't want to count your money in public. So you ought to hide there. You want to count your million there.
You're going to count your money in the toilet, and people are pressed outside. Guys, this habit normally happens, especially in our cities, city toilets, these public toilets. Please, if you are a victim, be warned though. Be warned though. Those toilets are not for counting money or for doing those things. Good.
Okay, thank you. We also have this Devans. We also have this habit of friends. You know, you get a call from your friend, oh, Mr. Devans, I want to come to your place for 2 days. I have this activity in town. Please allow me to just stay there for 2 days. Then having good heart. You know, I know how you are brought out, that kind heart.
Brought up.
You are brought up. Sorry. Sorry for that. Some fellas who are brought up good, and, with kind heart, you decide you want to offer accommodation for 2 days. So you notice that fella comes with a very big bag. You wonder, 2 days, such a bag, how do you view it?
Good. I can relate to what you're saying. There was one time a friend of mine gave me a phone call and told me that he's coming to visit me. And he told me, please allow me come to a place for only 2 days. I have some business to take care of. And after the 2 days, I will just leave. Guys, this person came with a big suitcase. After coming to the house with that big bag, 2 days were over.
Maybe
the person is not even thinking
documents.
of leaving.
Maybe he was carrying documents. In a suitcase.
What documents? Are they for building Kenya?
Testimonials.
ICC documents. After 2 days, this person is not talking about leaving. 3 days, 1 week, 2 months.
A year.
I only did a mistake of asking him, hey bro, you talked about leaving after 2 days. What happened? The next thing, I was receiving a phone call from home asking me, hello, we've had information that you're sending your brother out of your house. So I was like, no, he came for 2 days and now he's here.
It's almost a month.
No, 3 months. Guys, always stick to your words. And if you want to extend your period of stay, at least let the person know and tell the person that you know.
And he must know it in advance.
Exactly.
Don't fear, because some fellas have that feeling at asemaje nikishamwambia 2 months or 3 months. But speak up and people will understand you.
Exactly. Just speak. Just tell somebody that I planned to come here for 1 week or 2 months, but now due to some unavoidable circumstances I might stay a little bit longer. You see.
And you state a period. You state to give.
Sometimes stating period might be a little bit difficult. Like me, if I come to visit you, I will not tell you period.
People have to plan.
Yeah, it's all about planning. But anyway,
it's a very bad habit.
Now you know.
It's a very bad habit. Let us communicate correctly. The next point, Devans.
Okay,
go on.
Okay, now this point is very interesting. Now, you walk into Nairobi, or most business centers, especially residential areas where people stay. You go to rent a house, but you realize there's somebody who owns the building apart from the original owner. Caretakers. We need to sit and talk. What is wrong with the caretakers, especially caretakers from Nairobi?
All over.
My friend, a caretaker in Nairobi will come and demand rent from you. As if he's the owner of the plot.
And he's somebody who just
as if he's the owner of the house.
The building.
Most caretakers live in most buildings
free
of charge. They don't know the cost of rent. They don't pay rent. They don't pay any bills. But when you see them coming to demand for rent,
you think they're the ones who went to that bank for a loan.
Oh yeah, money. Where is the rent?
Even the owner
If you don't have money, get out.
Even the owner cannot ask in such a manner.
There is nothing that hurts as a caretaker who coming to ask you for
They
rent
should
arrogantly.
have some manners.
Manners is very important. At least come and ask somebody.
Ask
How are
politely.
you?
Politely.
You had supposed to have paid your rent in
A certain period.
in 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, you were supposed to have paid your rent. But now we are almost completing a month. You've not paid your rent. Any problems? Are you facing any challenges? And then people speak out. You see?
They assume you are just well. So anyway,
No, you
that's
don't
not
need to
good.
assume.
As
Everybody, as long as you stay in somebody's house, you have reasons. You know you are capable of paying for the house.
Yeah.
That is why you're there. And that time you've not paid for that house, you have your own challenges that you also need somebody to come and listen to you. Caretakers, we know
They
you.
should hear this correctly.
Apart from caretakers, we also have PAs. These people called PAs, personal assistants.
Those for MPs,
Oh yeah, let me tell you something.
ministers.
There is nobody who can frustrate your life like a PA. A PA can make a politician or a PA can make somebody look very bad.
Or enriched.
Let me tell you, these people who have PAs, these people are very good people. But the people who make them look bad are their PAs. PA will tell you that if you want to see my Oga, you have to pay 2,000.
Or you write a letter.
Still, you have to write a letter you bring to me so that I sign and send it to him.
No, I correct grammar in that letter.
Yeah, they want to correct the grammar in the letter that you actually written for the person.
That's bad.
PAs.
They appear like they're small gods who are supposed to be worshipped.
It is not right, though.
Yeah, they're doing it. That's bad.
It's not right.
They should learn
PAs
some manners.
and caretakers. Stop it.
I think this is getting you right, PAs and caretakers.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. This video has already taken too long. And so far, whatever we have is part 1. Part 2 will be coming in the next episode. And I hope you like this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you feel about this video. Share with us in the comment section down there. Let us interact. What are some of these things that people do that are not actually right, you know? But people just assume that they're right. Let's know. Let us share. Until next time, this is Devance Empire. See you next time. End of discussion.